My name is Robert Bjarnason. I'm the president of the Citizens Foundation.
My name is Gunnar Grimsson and I'm the CEO of Citizens Foundation.
I mean, the idea was born out of the economic collapse in Iceland in 2008. There was this big issue that came up, it was the trust of politicians. And we started to think, can we do something sort of internet-based to help get the public more involved in politics?
It's a platform where you can have an opinion, where you can have an idea or participate in other people's ideas.
You know, we've been waiting for this for decades now.
The way they started this initiative, Gunnar and Robert, they were, I think, appalled by not having a voice in a system that had completely crashed. It was still in the hands of the few.
Your Priorities is a tool for people to come together and prioritize what issues are most important to them. And in that process, finding out the best arguments for and against each priority in order to both help the people that are actively participating, but also, and not least, to help the people that are not participating, but are just like passive viewers.
It's an extremely important tool in not only in the local democracy, but in the concept of democracy in a country that felt the system failed them entirely.
This is a kind of interesting experiment to try to kind of upgrade the democracy a little bit from the old system that was set in place with modern technology centuries ago to kind of using and utilizing the technologies of today.
Now it's 2012 and it's been running officially for like half a year, and the results are really amazing. There are priorities coming in there that are really working and being enacted on.
I would describe it as a sort of a cry for help. Suspiria dug profundis. It's a scream from the depths.
So I think that's a key reason why I think democracy is, even not being perfect, is the best form so far.
Yeah, the thing with democracy is that it works, whereas we've tried various other ways and they don't work. I think that's sort of more or less the bottom line.
People will be able to vote from their homes. You know, you can have a discussion and you can just vote. Nobody knew how it was going to happen, but this is a very, very old dream that in a way is coming true.
I would describe it as an incredibly interesting social experiment with direct democracy, where I, as a user, because I was one of the first ones to use it, can go in with a suggestion on what the Council of Reykjavik needs to improve for the city. It's an extremely important tool in not only in the local democracy, but in the concept of democracy in a country that felt the system failed them entirely. The beauty of it is that they managed to collaborate with the city of Reykjavik. So one of the best ways to get people active as citizens is that they see results. So if you sign endless petitions and stuff like that and you never see any results, you sort of like, oof, it's completely useless to sign petitions. And particularly with online stuff, it just feels so online, it's so unreal. So when you manage to merge together the online with the offline in such a way, then it will train people in becoming more responsible citizens, because the mess we're in everywhere is because people vote every 4 years and then they think somebody else is going to take care of everything. But that's not healthy society. It was easier when everything was smaller, and then the system has grown bigger and bigger and bigger, and we feel like, we don't matter, that we as individuals don't matter. So it will and gives you as an individual an instant gratification, in the sense that you understand that you as an individual might be that tipping point.
Well, I would describe it as a website where you can go and post an idea or an opinion that you have on a particular matter, that concerns the city, and it's very advanced system that will automatically sort out any nonsense. I think the best democracy from now on will be direct democracy and more direct democracy. And we have tried all kinds of democracy, and we have never really tried direct democracy. And also the timing is very right, because we have now the technology to make it more user-friendly and more simple. So I think the future will definitely be more direct democratic, it makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. It's a platform where you can have an opinion, where you can have an idea or participate in other people's ideas. We intend to develop this more specifically into neighborhoods, so that each neighborhood can have a better Reykjavik / neighborhood this and neighborhood that, and have a
first. And I think Better Reykjavik is a very good sort of direct democracy experiment that should be easy to implement in other countries on different levels. So, but the technology between Better Reykjavik is also, I feel, one of the simplest, and also that you can hook it into Facebook and so forth, makes it easier for people to sort of stumble in. And hey, look, I can participate. And then when you start to see popping into your mailbox this idea that you support is being processed in the council of the city, you feel empowerment, and it's everybody I've talked to that have had that experience, like when they first got these mails, like series of mails, like wow, it's actually not just in the void, it's happening.
We had before the elections, because in the early stages Better Reykjavik was called Skuggaborg, or Shadow City, and as I was getting very into city politics and planning and stuff, I was quite active there, and most of us were quite active there to see what was the hottest topic and what people wanted and so on. And so we decided, we are all very very interested in possibilities to find ways to make direct democracy work. So, and we saw this as a brilliant solution. And also we have this, because it's all over the world. Wherever I go, people are talking about democracy, and people are looking back at democracy and contemplating about it. Is it? Can we improve it? Can it? And how? And it's in Europe. It's in the States. It's in Asia. It's everywhere. Technology now is kind of a tool for politicians. I think in very short time politicians will become a tool for technology. I think there will be a swift, or what do you call it? Shift, yeah. There will be a shift, and politicians will wake up one day and realize that they are working under machines, because the machines will take over whether we like it or not. So we better be friends with the machines and play along with them. And if you don't, you're just out like that. People can be very touchy about what you're doing in their center of their town. Everybody has an opinion and people have the right to have an opinion even if they don't know anything. They have the right to have an opinion.
It starts with you.
And you have an idea.
And your idea can better your community.
And lots of other people in your community have good ideas too.
But getting your ideas to be heard can be difficult.
So wouldn't it be nice if there was an easy way to let the brightest ideas shine? A place we can come together and discuss our ideas.
That place is Your Priorities.
Your Priorities is a way to bring us together to voice innovative ideas to improve our communities.
At yourpriorities.org, you can submit your ideas, you can support or oppose ideas, and you can debate ideas.
And the ideas with the most support rise to the top.
With Your Priorities, your ideas can change our communities. Meet Sion. Sion supported an idea through Better Reykjavik.
Even though some of them are there because they're in the grip of the addiction, I mean, this is where they are and you deal with it as it is. You do not punish them for what they are, and you do not put yourself on a high horse and say, it's only when you are on a horse as high as mine that we can talk.
Sion supported the idea to provide shelter and services to the homeless of Reykjavik.
I think it's really wonderful.
The community was bettered with a simple idea. Log on and get started today.
Since 2010, we've been running a website called Better Reykjavik. And over 70,000 people have participated on this website. And as the inhabitants of Reykjavik are only 120,000, that's a clear world record in e-democracy. And people of all ages can participate in Better Reykjavik.
Meet Kolbrun Sara. Kolbrun Sara had an idea.
Hugmyndin var að fá fleiri vettvangaferðir í skóla og leikskóla og þannig.
Her idea to take more field trips was supported by her community through Better Reykjavik.
Mér fannst Better Reykjavik að fólk geti sagt hvað þeim finnst og hvað þau geta bætt í Reykjavík.
And preserving democracy is a constant battle between good and evil.
We meet again, yo.